I love the ocean. I always loved the ocean from when I was a kid. Living in a dry, dusty, landlocked agricultural town, at least once a year our family would go on a beach vacation.
How far away is the beach from your house?
About 45 hours drive.
Quite a distance. Not like here at all.
Yes, here I can walk, and within 10 minutes I'm at the beach.
It is quite convenient. Please continue.
So, now that I can afford to, I try to go at least once a month.
How was your most recent ocean experience?
It was last month. I was sailing off the coast of Maine. See, I went diving at the Great Barrier Reef in August. I wanted to see the scenery, swimming in colder waters, going whale sighting, also the losses.
Of course.
Yeah, I had a great time. Swimming in the cold waters, enjoyed the northeastern seafood. I even saw a whole pot of whales. To cap it off, I decided to go sailing on a rental yacht for an entire day and night.
Sound like you had a good time.
That was when Lena hit.
Oh no.
It was incredibly frightening. 1 minute the sea was smooth as glass. The next, a storm rolled right over me. I felt like mad to try to bring the yacht home.
How do you get back?
I didn't.
Pardon?
The storm was too much. The entire yacht capsized. I had to swim away from it before it broke in half and I got caught up in the debris. I couldn't deploy the lifeboat. It was just me in my life jacket left at the mercy of the waves. I fought all night to keep my head above water. But I became more and more exhausted as the night wore on. Then I sunk.
What happened next?
I remember reading a novel about sailors in a storm. It describes the sensation of drowning, how serene and peaceful it can be. Yeah, now that I went through it, not so much. Holding my breath for as long as possible was complete agony. When I finally let go, a shock from all the water rushed in. I wanted to breathe, scream, throw up, anything at all. But I can't. Every breath I can't take left me more and more panic. This is it. The thing I love doing the most is going to kill me.
But you survived.
Thanks to sheer dumb luck. A sharpers just happened to be doing a patrol when the coast is spotted by a blowing carcass bombing the waves. If it were for that, I'd be a carcass. For real.
At least you're here.
Yeah, sure. Well, so much for beach bombing to relax. After that experience, I don't even want to drink water, let alone take a dip in a kiddie pool. Shame. It was my favorite place to wind down to. And you know the best part is?
Do tell.
I still haven't finished paying off the yacht yet, which is why I really need this writer's block to go away.
Perhaps we can draw inspiration from your previous works to come up with a new one? Tell me about your last.
Oh, City. See, it's about a crowded, dirty, and dilapidated megalopolis ruled by slave-holding sadistic nobles. In addition to the rampant violence, crime, corruption, disease, and starvation that go on every day, every month, thousands of people are selected at random by the nobility to be brutally and ritualistically tortured and killed.
Oh my.
But there's a reason to all this. There is an entity beyond that world that feeds off human misery or their souls. So the nobility had to choose. Sate the monster's need for unending, unyielding, unrelenting pain and suffering, or feast endless hunger for souls. Naturally, the nobility chose the former.
Dear God, how horrifying.
My novel takes place right in the middle of a revolt by the population against the nobility. Naturally, the people don't know about the being that is responsible for all the woes. I will spoil how it ends for you.
Thank you for that. Very considerate.
It's alright. I experienced many spoilers before. Not fun.
Quiet. Are all your stories like this? What about your previous novels?
Well, the novel before that, Effect, is about a benevolent god whose very essence controls his universe. He then gets infected by a deadly disease, and as he lies dying, his creation and the creatures living in it suffer from the resultant chaos and decay. Here is my all-time bestseller. It's about a lady that feeds off the life essence of all the men around her. But she's actually an alien from a dying race that needs to feed to survive. My very first novel, One, is about a young girl who will lose someone close to her every year for the rest of her life.
Right.
Doc, you see, the problem isn't the fact that I can't think of what to write next. I already have my next idea. It's about a small island tribe that draws oil through from the ocean. But man's die-off has caused not only a drastic decrease in the food supply, but also for the sea creatures to become much more desperate and aggressive. But because they don't have a choice, the fishermen continue to go out into the ocean to bring back food, even though less and less of them and the ships return. Hey, you already have a title for it. Ta. It's just that I can't put the words down. I simply don't feel like writing at all. When I sit down to work, nothing comes out.
Well, if it is an issue of motivation, perhaps you can use the people around you to motivate you to go back to writing. So I had to ask, when you write your books, who are they dedicated to?
Friends and family, particularly Jake.
And Jake is?
My little brother, what a guy. Nicest person, strong as an ox, super good ears, wicked smart too, despite being a jock. Loves reading as much as he loves motorbiking or hiking or skydiving.
Good. Maybe you should get together with your brother sometime. Use that experience to recharge your batteries, elevate your mood.
I could. Man, I miss him.
Oh.
Yeah, he died several years ago. Motorcycle accident.
I am so sorry.
Left behind a wife and 2 kids. Poor Mandy, poor John, poor Liv.
I see you are particularly close to your brother. Despite this immense loss, it could still serve as a means for reigniting your drive to write. To do it for him. But instead of dwelling on his tragic loss, which will only make things worse, let's go back in time. What is your fondest memory with him?
Christmas, we woke up and went downstairs. Beneath a small plastic tree were 2 giant toy guitars from this cartoon we used to watch. Can't remember the name now. But we were both huge fans of the show, and our mother and father knew it.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was. Because he didn't spend what little money they had other kids.
Oh.
Like I said before, we never particularly had money. We always did squeal to say it made ends meet. But at least the 4 of us were happy that Christmas.
Good, we can work with that.
Unfortunately, it was ours to last. The next year was a drop. We almost went to the poorhouse because of that. The car years were so bad that we actually had to sell our tractor and most of our livestock just to get through to the next year. That Christmas, we were just grateful to be alive.
I see now.
What is it?
The cause of your writer's block. You've had a lot of trials and tribulations in your life, which I completely understand. Every day, you live in your difficult childhood, the loss of your brother, the stress of being a successful author, and more recently, your many failed relationships and your ailing parents. When all else falls apart, your one real solace will be to go to your favorite place. But with this latest near-death experience, the ocean's no longer a source of comfort and relaxation for you. So all the bad things in your life bottle up with no outlet. Then, you just gave up. You understand full well the importance of continuing to write and sell books, but try as you might, you can't do it because the stress and melancholy have driven you to complete fatigue and apathy.
I see.
Indeed. So, what I want you to do is go back as far as you need to and find the happiest moment in your life. Preferably one without anything negative attached to it. And seize hold of it. Use it to continue to drive you forward. You may no longer be able to enjoy your first love. Let's see if we can at least find something to replace it. Take your time.
I was climbing on a jungle gym. It was fun. I tried my hand at a pretty high rope bridge, especially for a small 5-year-old. So I was climbing on it like a spider, but then I slipped and fell hard.
I literally just talked about dwelling on the positive. Please, are we really going to do this again?
But it did hurt. Not one bit.
Go on.
I just looked at the clear blue sky. Jake was laughing at me, but he came over to pick me up. I did sprain my leg, but I didn't care. Jake didn't mind helping me walk towards the shoreline. The beach was beautiful. This was the first time I ever saw the ocean. I'm sure my parents took both of us there several times already since we were born, but this was the first trip I remember. Jake brought me out under a shady tree. There was an ice cream truck nearby. He wanted to get 2 goals for us, his trick. We were just sitting there, just the 2 of us, looking at the sunset as the waves rolled in, eating ice cream.
That's all the time we have for today. But this is a good place to end our session on. I'll see you next week then, Mr. J.